we are back doing Ace Attorney 3, Case 5. We are heading into the first day of the trial. So yeah, let's do this thing. We are playing as Edgeworth this time. And yeah, do you remember? I don't remember. Did they say? They did say that we were going to be facing off against Godot, right?
No, I think we're just assuming, only because this seems similar to like the case where he was, involved, or at least he was like, there with Mia. So we're just assuming.
Interesting, because I do remember Edgeworth asking about him, because Gumshoe told him about him.
Wait, yeah,
how have I never heard of that person?
Wait, yeah, you're right, but I think they said he couldn't be a part of it.
Oh, I think you're right.
If I'm remembering correct. No, yeah, you're right, but yeah, I think they said he just couldn't. He couldn't be a part of it for some reason. He's definitely gonna come up at some point. I would be very surprised if they brought him up within this third game, just to have him like MIA for this last one.
He's gonna be important. But yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, I think they were like, oh yeah, we brought the case up to him and he just wasn't interested. Like he just left. He just disappeared. Something like that. That's interesting. Let's see who you were gonna face it then. Interesting. Okay. Number 1. Oh my, Mr. Larice feels that way about me? Oh wow, she just found out about that? That's how we're starting this? Okay. Apparently, he isn't aware of your real secret at all. This is no time to be embarrassed. I'm sorry. I'm just hardly accustomed to that sort of thing. Really? Worry not. And in any case, whatever it was that he saw on the night of the incident, mark my words, I will drag it out of him. Were you gonna say something?
I was just gonna say quickly, there's still a nagging feeling that this is just a long con. It's just a ruse. It's still nagging at me, man. It's
certainly something I wouldn't put past her.
I mean, because when I think about it, it's like, oh, the game wouldn't do that, because then it's like she's been putting up a ruse every time. It's like, okay, like she's got, I feel like they wouldn't do it again, because it'd be too predictable. But what if that's like their intention is like to just kind of essentially have this? So the feeling's still there,
I do find it a little hard to believe that she's just. I mean, I guess the question is, what is the deal? Because it's clear there's something going on beyond just, oh, she turned over a new leaf, she's good now. Like, there's more to this than that, 100%. Whether she's putting on some sort of weird ruse, or if something else happened, is unclear. It does feel like something is different about her. Like she has lost something, or she has lost her memory about something or another. But I don't know. Hard to say.
Guess we find it.
Yep. In 10 hours now. Does that mean Mr. Larice is the witness today? No. I believe that Nut would be the first to take the stand. Sister Bikini? She claims to have seen the very instant in which you carried out the crime. I guess you're playing all the witnesses this chapter, huh?
I guess so.
Yeah, because you did Bikini, you did Larry, and Gumshoe. Well, actually, Gumshoe's not the first witness, so I don't know if he will show up. I mean, I would imagine he'd have to at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But he claims you've seen the very instant in which you carried out the crime. I just want to ask you one last time. It really wasn't you who killed Miss Elise Donim. That is correct. It wasn't me. Very well, then. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes? You are a prosecutor, aren't you? Are you sure about this? If your true identity is revealed. Don't worry. Made the necessary arrangements. I see. Iris. It is a prosecutor's job, doubt you. But right now, I'm a defense attorney. A defense attorney's job is to believe in people, and to believe to the bitter end. That's what my friend told me once. Yes, friend. Mr. Edgeworth. I simply ask that you watch and decide for yourself whether or not I'm fit to do the task I've been entrusted. Very well, sir. I leave my defense in your capable hands. Oh, that's right. We have this guy instead of our little judge. Trying to think. I can't. I don't know.
You gave him the Canadian accent.
No, I didn't. That's the thing, right? Like, I tried it for a little bit.
Yeah.
But it didn't. I wasn't good at it, so I don't know if I want to try again. That's the thing.
It's up to you.
Court is now in session for the trial of Sister Iris in Hazakura Temple. I think I'm gonna not, except that maybe occasionally I'll throw in a little thing here or there. We'll see.
You gotta say Hazakura Temple, eh?
Yeah. Well, if I had a text log, I'd bring it up and add that to it. But defense is ready, Your Honor. The defense does indeed appear to be ready. However, the same cannot be said for the prosecution in this case. Indeed. I'm not sure I like such a blatant waste of this court's time. An empty prosecutor's chair can only mean the prosecutor has no confidence in their ability to prove their case. But seeing this case is already over before it had a chance to begin. I'm ready to announce my verdict at this time. This court finds the defendant...
Oh, you gotta be kidding. Oh my god. Her? What? Oh my.
The prosecution stands ready. God. And you are? Francisca von Karma, prosecuting prodigy. Von Karma, you say? Chance, you wouldn't be of any relation to the legendary prosecutor Manfred von Karma. Legends are a thing of the past. I'm von Karma, that is all. Upon a special request, I flew in today for the purposes of prosecuting this case.
It's like, yeah, he's a legend, but I haven't won yet.
Yeah, not a single time in this country. You did? Then you must be quite a big shot, eh? There, you said it. I didn't have to add it. By the way, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. I'm almost certain that I've seen you somewhere before, or am I just imagining things? You look very much like a prosecutor I met once. Greg's, he was part of that case.
Yep.
I believe you are imagining things, Your Honor. I mean, realistically, obviously, they would prosecute more cases in front of different judges, and they would have met more than once. But
yeah.
There's only ever 4 crimes a year in this town, so. Miss Von Karma, do you have anything to say? There is no such weakling as this man among those of the prosecutor's office. Okay, so she's helping us a little bit. There isn't, okay. But I'm sure once before in the courtroom. I told you there is no such weakling. What is that? A whip? I'm not sure I care for such a thing in my courtroom. Bailiff, remove that whip. I have no objection to the whip.
In fact, I kind of like it.
I don't think that's your call, buddy.
As long as she only hits you.
Yeah, right? You don't. The prosecution can wield a whip or drink 17 cups of coffee. But there is still only one truth. That is what I stand here to prove today. This promises to be interesting, Miles Edgeworth. I'd expected to face Phoenix right here today. But looking at you now, Maybe this is what I have been waiting for all this time. Miles Edgeworth, I will not allow this chance to crush you slip through my fingers. See, you brought your flair for the histrionic. Allow me to add to things I'm not sure about. People acting bizarrely in my court. Whoa. The stage is set. Now continue with the proceedings, Your Honor.
You know what's something I just noticed though? I feel
What?
like rather than a prosecutor's like personality, I feel like Edgeworth actually has more of a personality for a defense attorney for like a multi-million dollar company. You know?
Oh, like he's
Like
defending people that are definitely guilty.
yeah. I feel like that he has more of that type of personality. Like, that cockiness, aggressiveness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just
Yeah, I
I
know what you
just
mean,
noticed that
yeah.
now.
They kind of this game kind of flips prosecutors into that role usually, because the prosecutor's usually the one playing the antagonist role, which isn't to say that either of these jobs is naturally antagonistic, because obviously every case is different in reality.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
they kind of put the prosecutor in that role usually, in this game.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
just something that I've just like kind of come to notice. I'm like, oh, yeah, I feel like he has that type of like, personality.
yeah, I can definitely see that. Very well, Miss Von Karma. Please give an outline of this case. With as little whipping as possible. The murder victim is famed picture book author Miss Elise Donin. Her body was found in the Hazakura Temple courtyard. She had been stabbed through the torso by a ceremonial sword from a golden statue. The sword in this picture is the weapon in question, correct? Very well. The court accepts this photo of the crime scene. There is no mistake. This was the doing of Sister Iris. After all, there is a witness to her crime. Very well. Please bring this witness to the stand. And so it begins. My first and last trial as a defense attorney. You say that. Witness, state your name and occupation, please. Hold on here. I'm not sure about being not sure if I care for this at all. Witness, please stand up nice and straight. If I recall correctly, there are a few milk crates in the defendant's lobby for a back pain-plagued witness. Bella, fetch your crate for this poor lady, please.
Oh man, damn. Yeah. Because I figured they wouldn't have her like just like hidden like that. So if she started talking, I was gonna muffle my voice.
That would have been funny.
Damn.
Once again, your name and occupation, please.
Little old me? Well, I'm the head nun of Hazakura Temple on Eagle Mountain.
To say, now that we're in it, I think it's actually pretty fitting that it's actually probably a good thing that you do play all the witnesses that would probably be in this case, just because I'm playing literally everyone else in the courtroom right now.
Yeah. You're essentially having a monologue with yourself.
Granted, my assumption is that Von Karma's here for day one of the trial, and that the next day of the trial, they will
it's gonna
bring
be
in Godot.
Yeah.
I assume. I could be wrong, but...
I mean, because I could see because this is why I'm surprised. I'm surprised he didn't find it interesting or maybe he didn't recognize the defendant, because I figured he would have, like, if he did recognize it, he would have jumped at the opportunity, is my thought.
Maybe, or maybe there's something he's running away from him. Maybe he did recognize her, and that's why he didn't want to take it.
Maybe.
Because the thing is, I think the previous cases didn't have any connection to him. So there doesn't seem to be anything that, like, is specific about a case that makes him want to do it. So to me, it tells me it feels like this is a case that he wanted to avoid specifically. But we'll find out.
My name is Bikini. You got it? Bikini. Nice to meet everyone.
But you don't appear to be wearing a bikini right now. Ah, the courtroom is the garden of holy judgment. Those with lechery in their hearts should leave this sanctuary at once. Oh, on Karma being the voice of reason for once.
Wow. Shocker.
You want me to leave?
No need to get your bikinis in a twist. Let me tell you, I'm a sight to behold in summer.
I like how on that animation's great. Like just how her face is jiggling when she laughs.
Yeah.
It's actually really funny. In any case, witness, I hear that you saw the crime take place on the night in question.
That's right. I can still hardly believe it myself, to be honest. There's no way dear little Iris could do anything like that.
Let us hear what you have to say, then. First, tell us about your own movements that night, eh?
That night, I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple. But, well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently. So, I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to Hazakura Temple. There's no bath at the inner temple, you see, and I needed a long, hot soak. It was after I had finished, just as I was heading back, that's when I saw it.
So it was simply coincidence that you found yourself returning to Hazakura Temple?
Yes, you could say that. If my back hadn't been in so much pain, I would have stayed at the inner temple.
That sounds like a pretty important statement you just made. There is only one problem with this testimony that I can see. And you're not about to fall at the first hurdle now, are you, Miles Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth, please begin your cross-examination. I do think it's interesting that this is the rare case where, like, we do know a good amount of the details going in just because we were there already. Not that we know the details, but, like, you're talking about, like, oh, I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple. Like, we know exactly who that is.
Yeah.
She's talking about Maya, because we're there. Like, it's kind of interesting to see that. There's indeed only one problem with this testimony. If I can clearly point out what it is, then I can begin to quantify just how good this witness's memory and observation skills are. What is this inner temple?
Well, see, conversing with the spirits is what we train people to do, right?
We'll be the ones asking you the questions, madam.
In order to do that, a place strong in spiritual power is required. There's a small temple across Dusky Bridge called the Inner Temple. Acolytes must spend an entire night there to undergo intense training.
How exactly do you help with this process?
It is all quite exacting. It can't be performed without none supervising.
Like a tutor watching to make sure a spoiled child studies. Tutor with a whip, in your case. If that is the case, then why did you return to Hazakura Temple, where the murder took place? Oh. Violently?
That's right. It's no laughing matter, especially in winter. I can't hold anything heavier than a knife and fork during the cold months. Just being alive is like strict training.
The night of the murder, was this fabulous back of yours hurting again?
That's right. Raging like a bull in a pig pen. I almost fainted once or twice. I just knew that unless I warmed it up, it was going to finally finish me off.
Yeah. You left Iris to help. With what?
What do you think? The acolytes training, of course. It was just past 10 p.m., so we were training to enter into the training exercises proper.
Sure, close enough.
Well, what did I misread?
You said we were training to enter the training process. Because we were starting to enter the training process. But it's funnier for me to just be vague about it and move on.
Gotcha. Okay.
What?
Sorry.
What? Wasn't it your place to remain with the disciple?
Well, the job is simply to watch over the acolytes so they don't pass away.
Just to confirm this point again, Knight. You met Iris in the inner temple.
Yes, she's a gentle, honest girl. She's never once failed to follow my directions.
No bath. So you returned to the Hazakura temple in order to take a bath?
My back is to blame for everything. It's a do or be done in kind of world, after all.
How long were you in the bath for, if you don't mind me asking?
My. What a filthy little rogue you are. I know what's on your mind.
Hmm?
I bet your next question is going to be, where exactly did you wash? Ah, this is why you have to watch the young ones.
What are you going on about? I was... Pathetic, Niles Edgeworth. The lowest of the low. Is there some sort of kick-me sign stuck to the defense's bench? Yeah, this is the treatment that Phoenix usually gets.
Anyway, I couldn't afford to be away from my post for too long, you understand? So...
After it finishes setting back... The crime took place in the courtyard, correct?
when you go from my room to the main hall, you have to take a winding hallway from which you can see the courtyard.
That's right. In other words, it was pure coincidence that the witness saw the crime taking place before her eyes. There was no complicated setup in this case. That certainly seems to be true. Okay. So, let's see. We have... What does our evidence look like? Anyway, victim's staff, carried by Elise M when she was alive, has her fingerprints on it. The apparent murder weapon has the victim's blood and the suspect's fingerprints. Hanging scroll shows Misty Faye, master of the Korean technique. Nurse's hood, received for the lights out bell the night of the crime. Okay, so yeah, she gave this to Phoenix. Note to Iris, found in the main hall. And, Iris salutation here, must talk about. This is Larry being like, I need to confess my love. At least as far as we know. Well, he admitted to it, so I'm pretty sure that's the case. There's a Giver Temple in the surrounding area. Yeah, okay. A regional weather report for the night of the crime. Some of the occasional lightning strikes, 7 to approximately 10:50. Lightning struck Dustin Bridge 10:45, around 30 minutes past between the fire starting and going out. Okay, maybe that's something to look at. That's the magazine picture. Else, a few more. Photo of Elise. Rang lights out bell at 10 p.m. and was then in her room until the murder was discovered. That's what she claims. Time 10 to 11. Calls also blood stabbed in the back. Body fell 10 feet after death. Body fell 10 feet after death.
Huh.
I don't remember that. Queer released and it was murdered. That makes it sound like she was like pushed out a window, or like maybe she was stabbed and pushed out a window and then like the sword was planted or something.
I don't know, because then you'd think that there would be like blood splatters, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I guess.
Yeah. Let's see. Wait, Iris's testimony. Wait, what did Iris's testimony say? Yeah.
That was she rang the lights out bell at 10 p.m. and was then in her room until the murder was discovered. She claims. Yeah, because she said she never went to the temple. As you can see, my backlight stacks up. The left Iris helped the acolyte and returned to Hazakura Temple. Okay, yeah. So I think that I have to present that here because that obviously contradicts with this.
Yeah, because I think that's at least only obvious contradiction.
Yeah, so obviously I'm gonna save. Witnesses have to undergo their own trials, I'm afraid. The defendant's fate rests on their powers of observation and memory, after all.
Well. Don't worry. I'm more than up to the task. I'm a woman of faith, after all. The head honcho of Hazakura Temple.
In that case, Miss Honcho, I'd like you to explain something for me. The discrepancy between your testimony and that of the defendant, Iris. She claims that after ringing the lights out bell, she went back and stayed in her room. Which means she did not go to the inner temple at all.
No, she said that.
The defendant or a witness? Who is more likely to lie, do you suppose? The defendant is simply lying to cover her back. That is complicated, completely illogical. Murder was committed in the courtyard of Hazakura Temple. Claiming that she went to the inner temple would make for a much better alibi.
But that is odd. Whatever the reason, I can't believe she would lie.
Does indeed have honest eyes. Damn it. Stop so big for her. I was also gonna say, and I don't remember if we mentioned this before, but it kind of wouldn't make sense for Bikini to have left her in the temple and then spotted her in the courtyard. I mean, I guess the point is she was after her bath. I guess it's not that wild, but
yeah,
it's still a good trek. Like it doesn't seem that way because we look at the map and it's like, oh, there's the bridge and there's the temple and there's the thing. But I think like when we were running to the bridge from the temple, it took Phoenix like 7 or 8 minutes just to run like at top speed to the bridge.
Yeah,
so it is a good like if you're walking, it's probably a good 15 minutes walk.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah. So like I don't know if that's gonna be that important, that time frame, but it did them making it that far apart does feel like that is an important detail to keep in mind. Otherwise it didn't have to be that far apart if that didn't matter. All people lie. That is my belief. Why am I the only one being whipped in here? Anyway, neither the witness nor the defendant have any reason to lie. Which means we must call your memory into question.
Dear. You're older than me, and yet you want to play that game, do you?
Well, that isn't exactly what I...
Memory is perfect. Crystal clear, especially in winter.
And I suppose it's too early to end this cross-examination, eh? Also, I just thought about something. Well, yeah, I don't think we've seen Maya since this whole thing started. She's
Oh
still just
yeah,
like
she's still in. Yeah, she's still there.
cool.
Remember,
So
because
that's
there's no
good.
way for her. Yeah, there's no way
That's true.
for
There's
her
no
to cross the bridge.
bridge.
Yeah.
That's true. And so no one even tried to rescue her or anything. Like they could have
Nope.
sent a helicopter.
Nah,
Like the
she'll be
police
fine.
showed up. Like,
She can live off the fruit of the land. You know.
oh my god! In the winter.
Yep, on an isolated island.
Cool. But then I suppose it's too early to end this cross-examination, eh? Mr. Edgeworth, if you are going to question the memory of this witness, you will need to show me a more decisive piece of evidence. Understood, Your Honor. I was naive to think that alone would be a trick. Saving. And please add your comments about Iris to the testimony. Now let us return to the cross-examination. Okay, there's the candidate. Let's see. So, yeah. Even my back like okay. Temple. Iris came in. She was dressed exactly as she had been at dinner. Okay, yeah. So let's that. Are you sure that you're not making a mistake?
You, young man, need to get your estimation of me up from the floor.
Mm.
Iris always wears the same clothes. The smallest thing out of place would have stood out like a sore thumb to me. You're making a mistake, thinking I made a mistake.
An excellent finish there, witness. Still, I have to wonder. Okay, I know exactly what to present here. So she was dressed exactly as she had been at dinner. It couldn't have been because she gave Phoenix her hood. Witness, let's get one thing straight. The defendant whom you claim to have met, he was wearing this demon-warding hood, correct?
Of course. That is a very important piece of clothing, I'll have you know. Wait a minute.
So hold it right there. Why do you have that? That's the question of the day now, isn't it, Miss Von Karma? I'll have you know that this hood was given to someone as a gift that night. Before the lights out bell was rung. What? You know where I'm going with this, don't you? If the witness had seen the defendant as she claims, then the Iris she saw should have been missing this very hood.
Well.
Not a bad feeling at all, exposing contradictions like this. Now I understand that happy look on his face every time he does it. Order in the court. Sister, this hood, you have spare ones around the temple, don't you?
Spares? Well, I do tend to make too many of them.
I see, a stockpile. Surplus of hoods, eh?
Each nun is only given one hood. This should be the only hood that Iris owned.
Then this is quite strange. Well, if there was a surplus of hoods, then she could have worn one of those. There's no contradiction here. Sorry to break this to you, Miss Von Karma, but you won't get away that easily. Discrepancies such as this will sow seeds in any human heart. Seeds of doubt. Witness, while I don't wish to call your testimony to doubt, you must give every detail with precision.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable with comfortable going along with this.
Mister, you shall continue with your testimony. Tell us what you saw after finishing your bath on your way back to the inner temple. Those seeds of doubt are sprouting in the jungle's heart. They just need a little more stimulation to bear fruit. Contradictory stimulation.
I finished my bath around 11, and I thought I should return to the inner temple. And as I was walking back, I heard a noise from the courtyard. I took a look, and Iris was, oh, Mystic Elise, with that sword of all things. Mystic Elise was staying in the corner room, which faces out onto the courtyard. The stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of her window.
You saw a truly terrible sight, didn't you? If I was in your place, and it would be much like Miss Von Karma whipping Mr. Edgeworth in court. And me seeing it all from this very chair. Well, something like that. This judge. His imagination is about as vivid and creative as Detective Gumshoe. I would look the fool if I commented on such foolishness. Anyway, this case is mine, Miles Edgeworth. Calling everyone by their full name. Can't you do something about that habit of yours? So. It doesn't feel like she's lying. This is a very powerful testimony, too. She claims to have seen the instant in which the defendant stabbed the victim. There are only two things I can believe in right now. My client, Iris, and my own abilities as a defense attorney. How far is it from your room to the inner temple?
Let me think a moment. About 20 minutes on these stumps of mine. It's about 15 minutes to the Dusky Bridge from Hazakura Temple. Wow, you're spot on there.
Yeah.
And their temple is just beyond the bridge.
Bill, you never made it back there that night, did you?
That's right. I was heading along the walkway toward the main hall.
You say you heard a noise.
Thump, just like that.
That could only be the sound of the victim falling.
It's very quiet in the temple, you know. You can even hear the snow falling from the branches. Thump, just like that.
But then, wouldn't this noise you heard have been snow falling to the ground?
I never thought of that.
Ah. The next one to laugh gets a whipping.
Well, whatever the source of the sound, I looked over at the courtyard and...
This is the second time that the witness has testified to seeing the defendant. But some doubt remains in these claims.
Hey, just what does that mean? Just because you're a good-looking young man doesn't give you the right to.
The murderer who stabbed the victim with the sword. Sister Bikini, try to recall exactly who it was you saw, as clearly as you can.
Well, you're a handsome young man, so I'll forgive you. Oh, now that you mention it.
It was actually Phoenix Riot.
Actually, it was me. There was something awfully strange about her. Something that has been bugging me all this time.
Please, don't keep us in suspense.
Her hood.
Her hood?
That's right. It's coming back to me. Iris, she wasn't wearing her hood. I
thought something was out of place, but it all makes sense now, doesn't it? After all, giving that hood away to someone, right?
You've dug your own grave, Miles Edgeworth. What do you say, Mr. Edgeworth? Is this testimony important? I want to say it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like actually hurts us, but they initially appear to put me at an advantage, but I can't see any other leads at the moment. Your Honor, I would like these new statements to be added to the testimony. Miles Edgeworth, if you want to hang yourself, you need only to ask. I'll gladly lend you my whip. Witness, add that statement to your testimony.
No problem.
Iris never heard of. You are sure about that?
Yes, after all, we always wear the same clothes. I don't mean because we're poor, you understand? It's our style. Yes, that's it.
There's absolutely no need to explain yourself.
Anyway, she looked different from normal, so that really stuck out.
Like me holding a whippet puppy instead of my whip. At least then it might bite you and not someone else.
Iris didn't have her hood on. I'm sure of it.
Very well. Now please tell us about the victim, eh? Let's see. The room the victim was staying in overlooked the courtyard, correct? Which means the victim's room was on the second floor.
No, Hazakura Temple is a single-story building. But the map itself slopes down. Which elevates the main gate side of the temple and the guest rooms in the back. It's about the height of a two-story building.
I see, and the victim was staying in one of these elevated rooms, correct?
Yes, I should know. I'm the one who carried her things to her room after all.
Okay. What makes you so sure of all this?
It's just like I told you earlier. I heard a noise from the courtyard, okay? Oh, just like that.
You're one smart sister, I'll give you that. The autopsy report states that the victim's body was covered in bruises, indicating a fall from around 10 feet in height. It appears that the witness was not mistaken then.
Yep. I'm more than just a pretty face, especially in winter. I'm a woman of faith, after all, the head honcho of Hazakura Temple.
There's only two of them working there. What's wrong, Miles Edgeworth? No snappy comeback remark. Doesn't feel like she's not. Okay. Okay, so now, let's figure out what we're going on today. Let's see. Finished my bathroom at 11, and I thought I should return to the inner temple. So... Yeah,
I think it actually has to be the... Well, I don't know, because I feel like it's the last one. Because go to the report.
The report? Like the autopsy? Cause loss of blood from stab and back. Body fell 10 feet after death.
Yeah, see,
right?
The body fell after. Yeah, exactly. So she died because she was stabbed, and then she fell.
Yeah.
So why? Yeah. So So that last one
Stabbing I
contradicts.
saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of her window. Yeah, it's just the thing is just the I guess. Yeah, I guess.
Because
So you know what?
that statement it directly contradicts what the autopsy says.
Yes. And I'm thinking because she's like, oh, I saw, because the image we see, we have this image, crime photo. No. We don't. The image we see of
It
Iris
was like, you know, it
holding the
looked
thing.
like, yeah, but yeah, exactly. Like that's from her memory. That photo.
Well, I'm saying that I think maybe that's accurate, but I'm thinking maybe that scene that she saw was Iris trying to pull it out of her.
Pull it out. Yeah, that would
Yeah.
make sense.
But yeah, so let's I am gonna save, but let's give this a try. But yeah, they are vague about that, where she just saw Iris holding the thing and it already in her. So it does make me feel like the intention isn't that he definitely stabbed her, you know? Impressive logic. That's what I'd like to say anyway.
Oh, please do. My brain is something else, especially in winter.
However, I think you are overlooking one thing. Miss Von Karma, would you be so kind as to take another look at the autopsy report? The autopsy report? The victim did fall from a height of 10 feet. However, this fall was after she was killed. Ah, that's right. It says after death right here. Seeing the witness claims to have seen is contradictory. If the defendant stabbed and killed the victim there in the courtyard, how did the victim then go on to take a 10-foot fall? Order. The victim was killed and then fell. If that is the case, then the victim must have been killed in her room, don't you agree? That is the logical conclusion. Yes, that's right. The victim must have been stabbed by the defendant in her own room, and she was then thrown out of her window down into the courtyard below. Were there any signs of a struggle in Mr. Nim's room? He was stabbed with a sword. That would leave a blood stain, wouldn't you agree? Well, Miss Von Karma, was there any blood? Ah, no traces of blood were found in the victim's room. Your whip has just caused traces of blood to be found on my glorious playoff beard. However, if there was no blood in the room, then your claim that, wow. I'm sure there's no need for me to go over this, as I'm sure Your Honor is well aware of when a stab wound produces the most blood. When it produces the most blood, very little blood is actually lost at the moment of the blade's insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood would be lost from a body, that would be when the blade is removed. Indeed, with the weapon still in place, it acts like a lid on the wound. That's true. With the weapon still in the body, there wouldn't be much bleeding. Perfectly reasonable line of thinking. We have come to a conclusion, then. The victim was thrown out of the window with the sword still in place. This removes all of the contradictions. Order. I must admit that this is a probable version of events. Expect no less from Francisca Von Karma. She locates and takes control of every vital point. Seems that we need a clear testimony from the witness. Remove all supposition on your part and tell us only the facts, please. Witness, please, remain standing on the crate.
Don't be selling me short now. The weight of winter's snow has bent me out of shape. Especially my back and my mood.
Mister, please, give us your testimony. I will give you a vigorous massage once we are finished here. With the whip.
Okay, actually, before we go into
I was about to
the
end.
next
I was about to
can,
end it.
okay.
Yeah, let's read this line. We're gonna. Yeah, I was literally as soon as it got to the start of the testimony, I was gonna end this one.
Oh boy. All right, all right.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yes, we are going to get to that testimony next time. We will see you then.